Hi guys, this is Adam from Adrenaline Cycles here, and we're going to come at you with a new build from mild to wild. Hi guys, this is Adam with Adrenaline Cycles coming at you with a nice build we have here for a customer. Customer's been waiting a little while on this machine. He sent us some parts. We ordered a bunch of parts and he's finally getting to pick it up really soon. It is complete and we'll go over it and show you everything about what we can do here at Adrenaline Cycles. Before we get started, hit that like and subscribe down below. It does really help the channel, and we did because of you guys crossed 10,000 subscribers, and we really appreciate that. That lets us keep bringing you these cool videos. We'll start here on the machine. It is a 2022 model XRS, and it's in the blue purpley color with the silver cage. Really nice machine. We'll start at the front and work our way to the back. Some of the obvious things you can see, obviously, is wheels, tires. We got a massive CT front bumper on here as well. We got CT A-arms, CT tie rods, CT gusset kit. All the good stuff you want to have on a machine if you're really going to get out there and put it to work and you know, make this thing do basically anything you want it to do with all this stuff, and you won't have any worries. The customer was all about lights. As you can see here, we focused with Baja Designs. That's a brand we carry in-house, and BRP uses it as well. Starting at the front, we got huge, you know, just circle pods up front. Really nice. I think those things are like 8,000 lumens. They work really well. As you can see, the headlights are another, you know, new item. We've had them on order forever. They finally become available, and this customer opted for those. That's the 3 individual pod lights with the bracket and everything. Really nice look. Really bright again. It's probably twice, maybe 3 times as bright as the regular factory headlights. You know, our staple here at the shop we like to run is the shock tower light in the Onyx 10. Just a great light bar. You know, it's a good quality for a reasonable price at around $500-ish, maybe, you know, maybe $600 with the mount, but really good light bar. If you're going to have one light bar in your whole machine, I would go this route here. Works out really well. Some other things here on the front before we go on back. As you might have noticed, the signature lights, those are Corbin Customs. That's part of the turn signal kit we have in this. And with us having that, it works out really well for him to be able to street legal this when he gets back to North Carolina in his state. He can do that because they will, you know, turn amber when he turns the signal on. We'll show you guys here and what the, you know, really the color change and why people do this. They're obviously white when you got them on, and then when you turn them to use your signal, it goes to the amber, the orange, and works really good. So that's a really good thing to have, guys. You know, just the little things, the little looks make big differences. The customer, he's got a Warren winch, right? And is it the Axion? VRX 4500 synthetic. We got the CT mount, the billet mount up here for his synthetic rope to keep it from getting galled up. And right above it, you'll see the forward facing camera we have mounted on this for the customer as well. That's another option he wanted. He's more than happy to oblige. When you see inside the cockpit, as I like to call it on this machine especially, what they have going on, you'll really see why he needed that and wanted that and how it integrates in. Another thing we do have up front, like I said, on top of all the CT stuffs, we did do boxed arms for him. And if you'll come in, Josh, and show him the little peg that's on there. That peg we put on there, the customer has a AGM jack that works off of impact, so you can pick the buggy up and change the tire, and that's on all 4 corners. We'll show you in the back as well on the trailing arms what we've done there. Some other things that you'll see as we move on back, it is a smart shock machine, and we did go ahead and put the EIBACH springs on here. We spoke with the customer and we know that it was going to get a lot of weight, so we went with stage 3 to help offset some of the weight issues and get this thing up off the ground and take care of some of the issues going forward of sagging springs and things like that. With these EIBACH, you shouldn't have that issue. We do have the wiper kit installed on this. This is something that's been extremely hard to get, but this build's been in the work for probably 3 or 4 months, so this thing's been sitting here even longer than that for this customer. And we got it all installed with the POWERFLIP. It was another thing he wanted to have. And one cool thing about this, guys, if you haven't seen these or you're not familiar with it, show them the different positions you can lock this thing in. It's just wherever you want to put it to get the airflow to go all the way down, all the way up. Just anywhere you want to put it, it will work and do what it's supposed to do and not fly off or anything like that. We sell these all the time, especially when we have them in stock. Unfortunately, no date on when they're going to be back in stock. Coming on up to the top here, we do have a 50-inch Baja Designs Onyx 6 light bar here. This one we mounted on the BRP mount, and then we got it on the BRP audio roof, which again works out really well. All this BRP stuff works together, fits together, does everything you want it to do, and doesn't look like it's an afterthought when you're buying some of this stuff. So works out really good. We'll look at the mirrors here, as you'll see on this. This is an issue a lot of people talk about and have, and you know, this is the best solution we have come up with at this point in the game. Is these are from Infinite Off-Road, and they're for their mirror mounts, but we just buy the mounts and then we put our seismic mirrors on them because of the warranty that seismic has. So what this does, it does allow you to use the upper door enclosure and be able to utilize both driver and passenger mirror. This is the only set, guys, we've been able to find that works. Like I said, it's Infinite Off-Road mounts with seismic mirrors, and it's the only one that will let you see from the driver's side out the passenger mirror. We've tried everything. We've tried handmade, custom made, I don't know, we've tried dumb ideas, and this is the only one that works and looks really good and functions like it should. We'll go on to the back and go over some of the stuff there, and then we'll come back inside and I'll let Quentin actually go over all the stuff on the inside because he worked with the customer hands-on and got all this stuff lined out so he can go over that. But we'll talk on the back, and then he can go over the cab on this thing and everything on that. All right, back here in the back, we got, you know, 33-inch tires. That's what's on the front. They're XTR 370s. Really nice, aggressive tire. It'll dig, go, you know, do everything you need to do. And just, you know, the customer really was wanting a 35, but at the end of the day, that's a heavy tire on an XTR, and then also 35s on a two-seater sometimes. You know, they really affect the performance, and in our opinion, hinders the look. So we try to get a 33 or 34 inch tire, much bigger than that. It does really change the looks of the machine. Back here on the back, we have a RIFAB dry box, which is really nice. These have been out for a while, and it's got the added little rail here on top to put like a storage bag, a dry bag, or anything like that. And here in the rear bumper, into the spare tire carrier, we have Fast Lab UTV. We had to have this powder coated to go with the cage here. So we done that. It mounts up in a really unique way. Typically they want you to remove this fascia. We didn't like the idea of that, leaving all that exposed. So we come in here and we used a hole saw and cut it to where everything fits really nice and, you know, like it's made to do it. But in their mind, they tell you just take the whole fascia away. We didn't want to do that. We did mount some more Baja Design lights back here for backing up, so we'll have plenty of light. Like I said here, he is going to street legal this thing, so we did put a license plate mount on the back to the spare tire mount, and all this is removable basically through a trailer hitch pin. You can take this loose and slide this off to get your tire off if you need to replace it. You know, so it's really simple. Doesn't take any tools to do that. You will have to have your lug nut socket to take the tire off. It's the same one as on the machine, so you only have to have one. You don't have to have a bunch of different ones, so we wanted to make sure that was correct and not have to be chasing a different size socket around. Underneath, you'll see we've done CT rods on the back. Really nice setup. It'll take all the abuse and everything that this guy can throw at it. He won't have any issues there. You'll see the skid plates on the A-arm or the trailing arms. Those are really nice to have, help protect it, especially because these are powder coated, and they're normally I think the fronts are black and the back are like this, the factory blue. We went with more of a bluey, deeper purple. Looks really good. And here you can see the mount we welded on, and it is an 1/8 inch. Like I said, we've welded it here, and we tapered it really good so we could get good penetration and gusset it. And this again is for the jack to mount here and pick the corner up. Worked out really well. Again, that was something we normally don't do, we don't plan on, but you know, the customer wanted it, so we did do that. You'll see the little rugged radio antenna here. Guy's got a huge rugged radio set up. He's got air pumpers, helmets, all the, the CBs, in-cab communications and all that. And like I said, Quentin will go over that when we get on the inside. We do have a chase light here, and this is a Baja Designs. Really, really nice. Quentin, you want to hit the lights? And all this is controlled from in the cab, and all that turns on from the tablet. And like I said, Quentin will go over that stuff in there. Like I said, I'm just here to give you guys the video, and when Quentin told me what the guy wanted to do, I made sure we can make it happen with the guys in the shop, and just making sure we can get parts and everything like we need to in the guy's time frame and budget. So we did do that. Turned out really cool. We'll come on around this side. Like I said, here's one of the rugged radio helmets. He got a pair of them. Really nice stuff here. We do carry rugged radio in the shop. We can order anything if we don't have it. Really cool. And this is a pumper helmet, so Quentin will show you the pumper on the inside. Here's the AGM jack I was telling you guys about. As you can see, we've used it a little bit in the shop just to make sure everything functions like it needs to before the customer takes it home. But we got it mounted here. This is probably the best spot we have with the real estate we have to put it with everything he wants. But it ain't going nowhere. I mean, it's locked in there, so you don't have to worry about that. And then, like I said, them little pucks, this slides into it, and then you put your impact on here, and it'll pick it up off the ground. Really cool setup. Another thing customer wanted is he's seen some of our videos, so he wanted the fender flares cut out, so it gives it some more of that flex. So we took care of that for him, so that was really good, and that's one of the things we do these videos for, to help you guys, figure some of the stuff out. We'll come on around. As you can see, we got the upper doors on and door handles on these. I mean, you got to have those, especially when it starts to cool down, which it is here. And with the POWERFLIP, I mean, it's just the ultimate setup. Again, he's got a big UMA skid plate there that come from Factory UTV. I'm glad Quentin's here today to help me out, guys. But I'll turn it over to him, and then I'll let him finish it out because he knows everything on the inside, and there's a ton of it, guys. Just don't let yourself think the outside is all the good stuff, because there's plenty more on the inside. So we'll cut inside, and Quentin will take over and show you guys what we got.
Alright guys, so coming inside this machine here, you'll see we do have a set of PRP custom GT3 seats. These seats do have the front and rear goggle pockets, hydration, lumbar, plus they're heated as well. They do have the buttons back here on the side for the heat. You'll see we have the Rockford Fosgate stereo roof, which I do have a punch amp installed and two 10-inch subwoofers under each seat in this machine. And looking on toward the center of the machine, you'll see I've got a Samsung Tab A tablet here, which this guy's going to use this for primarily his music functions, which he does have this hooked up and Bluetooth paired to the Garmin switch, which you guys can't see. It's actually tucked in behind the seat here. It controls all of his accessories. Looking back at the center here, you'll see we do have a heater in this machine from Ice Crusher Cooper Products. It's got 6 vents in total. Does a very, very good job of keeping the machine nice and warm inside, which does have a heater shut-off valve. So in the summertime, the heaters tend to make the machines run really warm on the inside. You can actually turn off the heater shut-off valve, which will stop the coolant from going to the heater core, which will make the inside of your machine cooler in the summertime. Instead of a standard heater, will just make the machine hot all year round. So looking at the center, you're going to see it does have a rugged radio system, and we have a rugged RDM DB Plus radio with a 696 Plus intercom system. You'll see here we've got a Mac Air variable speed controller here for the rugged air pumper system. This one does have quick disconnects. He does have helmets. He does have headsets to run the rugged pumper systems. Then back down here in the lower console, you're going to see we've got ZZP shift knobs with a Lone Star shifter gate, the Corbin custom horn and turn signal kit buttons right here, the lumbar. So over here on the left hand side of the machine, you'll see we do have a Garmin Tread Overland. Let me actually turn this guy on for you. So this tablet here will control his apps. Like, he does have a front facing camera to the front of his machine. You can see it's powering on as soon as the machine has power. So it's right out the front bumper there. This will actually control on this Garmin tablet all of his accessories that is not on a toggle switch or rocker switch. Does have their own switch on the tablet itself. Then you look down, we do have an Assault Industries leather suede steering wheel with a D-style pattern with NRG quick release hub. Then we've got the POWERFLIP, and then we got the POWERFLIP washer as well. Then we do have the BRP rear-facing backup camera. The guy wanted to run both Garmin cameras, which the way this was going to set up was not going to be ideal. So we did go with the BRP factory rear camera. It's nice, simple, clean, out of the way. And as far as storage goes in the machine, we did go with the Can-Am lower door bags, which looking at it now, the customer probably will install upper door bags. Something I may have missed along with talking with the customer, which I will get that taken care of. Then looking in the center here, we do have the Can-Am center storage bag right here in between the two seats, which the seats do have goggle pockets on the front and rear, so there is some storage on the seats as well. When you pack this much into a machine, storage gets limited, but we add as much as we can for this guy. Then over here on the left-hand side, you'll see we do have the pumper hoses, which are on a quick release. So if you're not using them and you don't turn on your variable speed controller, you can take some of this stuff out of the machine and not have to worry about it. As well as the quick release hookups for the helmets. So you don't have to take them in and out so we have pre-wired helmets, so they just plug straight into this jack. Or if you run your headsets, you can actually unplug this jack and not have to deal with another set of wires back here. Your headset will plug straight in here, and that will be all you'll have in the machine.
All right, guys, we're back here on the outside of the machine. Quentin went over everything on the inside for you guys, and like I said, man, it's got a lot of stuff going on, but we made it happen. The guy wanted the Garmin stuff, so we got that, and we got it all installed and it functions. Really cool features in there, especially with being able to control your switches through the tablet. We thought that was really neat, and that's something else we're going to explore in future builds for sure. All in all, the customer, he's going to be ecstatic on this build. Turned out really, really good. And like I said, guys, there's a ton of stuff on here, and it all works really good. We'll try to put as many links to this stuff underneath in the description as we can. But like I said, some of it the customer did ship to us, so it makes it a little hard for us to get. And then, like I said, again, even if the link's down there, the time frame on this stuff is going to be way out there because it has been a long time for this build, us getting parts for them and everything else. But all in all, guys, this is what we can do for you guys out there, or you can do for yourself if you're the DIY type of guy at home. You just got to, be able to put the time and effort into it, and you'll come out with an awesome machine like this here and have a really capable and a really good machine to hit the woods with and enjoy. But that's it, guys. As always, hit that like and subscribe, and when you're out on the trails, ride safe so you go home the same way you got there. No factory OEM belt. This belt with XRC or XMR. We'll start here at the front. This is a bumper we have made. Style hose, the part number we give you. We'll get this done.